Jimmy Kimmel is coming back to late night tonight, but if you're watching KOMO 4 here, you're not going to see him. Sinclair Broadcast Group, which owns KOMO and dozens of other ABC affiliates, is saying that it's not going to air Kimmel's return. Disney, which owns ABC, suspended Kimmel last week, as all of you know, after his monologue that criticized MAGA in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. And the suspension came with a price. Disney's market value dropped by nearly $5 billion, and the company faced a wave of Disney Plus and Hulu cancellations. And under that pressure, ABC reversed course and announced that Kimmel would be back on the air tonight. But Sinclair says that's not going to happen on its stations unless Kimmel apologizes and donates to Charlie Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA. So again, in the meantime, KOMO will replace Kimmel with some kind of news programming.
Okay. Well, Sinclair's private. They're a private company. They can do what they want. Same thing with you. You are a private. You're a citizen. You can do what you want, meaning you can choose whether or not you want to change the channel, if you want to stream somewhere else, you want to get your news from another news source. You see, that's the beauty sometimes of freedom of speech. It can sometimes cut both ways. Now, the danger when a private company wants to decide for you, they want to say, hey, Larry, you don't need to hear this. That's when it starts to become sticky. When these corporations are saying, we don't want you to hear this person because this person needs to do this. Okay, cool. I have learned one thing right now going forward. I think we've heard it before. We've talked about it, but this is how it's going to go down for the next at least 3 years. Talking don't matter. Nobody care what you say. Your vote and your dollar. That's what matters. It's the only way that really gets people paying attention. Why you think Jimmy Kimmel back? Y'all think Jimmy Kimmel back because they sang Kumbaya? That's because Lois, Lorraine, and all her friends in the group, they canceled them Disney subscriptions, baby.
And Disney passes. We're like, I'm not going to Disney.
I'm not going to Disney. But again, so just remember this. It cuts both ways. Nobody cares what you got to say about your hot take. Gee, they don't care about what you got to say. Your money and your vote.
You know, we were talking to Dr. Jason Johnson yesterday, and he was talking about civil disobedience. And yesterday after the show, I said, later in the day when we heard about this, and at least Disney coming back, that was an example of, hey, this is how you, because it feels like, what can you do? What can you do? Well, money speaks.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that you can do. And I'm sure that there are going to be people who say, okay, I'm going to support Sinclair even more because of what's happening. But honestly, this is not just about Jimmy Kimmel saying something controversial. Sinclair, I mean, in case people aren't aware, Sinclair is a conservative-led company, and it wants to flex its muscles and win over President Trump.
I didn't know
Plain
that.
and simple.
I didn't know there was
Well, I think there are a lot of people who don't know.
Oh.
And they have had long-running fights with ABC over who gets the final say on what airs. And what they're doing right now is one way of showing they're in charge.
It feels scripted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's exactly. Well, I do know what you're saying. You're talking about how in 2018, you're so clever. Sinclair required all locations, all of their news organizations to air must-run content. And I just know from people I know who worked for Sinclair, they were like, I can't believe this.
Yeah, I actually know a lot of people.
Yeah, so dozens of station anchors were reading the same thing in each newscast. I mean, take a listen. This is a compilation.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about trouble
So you get a sense of what's happening. I mean, they are being forced. Can you imagine? It's like you're talking about freedom of the press, and it's like you're being forced to read a script.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Read that script, why don't you?
But it's not just Sinclair. I mean, Nexstar, which is another giant in local TV, also upset with Kimmel. And again, private company. But you need to understand
What are they
the backdoor dealings. Their situation is different. They're trying to buy Tegna in this more than $6 billion deal that would make them the biggest broadcaster in the entire country. And the problem is that right now, FCC rules say that no company should be able to control more than, let's say, 40% of American households. And this would basically be having to go around that rule. So Nexstar has to play nice with the FCC, with the chair who was appointed by Trump, if they want this merger approved. So, yeah, I mean, everyone's like deep in the pockets.
Yeah. Huh. What did Jimmy Kimmel say again that got him fired?
I'm just not going to. You know what? Everyone can look it up for themselves. How's that?